Good morning. Grab a little coffee, get started. Facebook might need a little coffee too to wake up and get caught up. There we go. Good morning. I'm Stacy. This is Walking in My Shoes, and we're loving my veteran this morning. I'm going to get a few more sips of coffee in before we get too started here. We have a lot going on, as we always do. Just so much in this world that we're tackling and that everybody is kind of doing, and we're all just bringing ourselves together because we are way stronger together than we are apart. That is for sure. So I just want to say good morning. Don't forget, let's talk tonight. Of course, I can't see comments. Why would that start today? Don't forget, let's talk tonight. It is on Zoom. So please join us. If you don't, the links are on our page. They're set up as an event. It is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We always have a great time. Let me bring Facebook up on this because I can't read the comments. I should know better and just be prepared because that's the way I should just be done so I can see the comments. So hang tight for a minute. Let me get us to where we need to be here. All right. It'll be behind as usual by a minute, but at least I can read the comments. Sorry. Technology eludes me today. There we go. All right. Now I can see things. Good morning, Jennifer. Put this over here. So, today, we are going to talk about, there's all these cultures, right? We have cancel culture. We have this cultures of, we need, Pam and I having coffee. Thank you this morning, Pamela. We're having coffee. But we have all these cultures, right? We're going to cancel stuff that's offensive. We're going to do this that may be offensive. We're going to not do things because they may be offensive. And we struggle. We all struggle. We struggle with everything that's going on. And sometimes we just get so tired that we say, I'm done. I'm done is probably, Carl sitting here, he'll tell you, it's probably my most used words other than I love you. It is something I use a lot. I'm done. And I'm making a huge mistake when I do that. We live in a culture of I'm done. I'm done. What am I done with? I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired of seeing this country fall apart. I'm tired of seeing all these things happen. And so it's so easy to say, we're done. So we have choices here. We're living in a culture that has become this cancel culture. We're living in this thing that, oh, well, we don't need to just stand up for what we're doing. Oh, we don't need to embrace other people. Oh, we don't need to just do it. And this morning I got up and I was scrolling through Facebook and I watched Nakia's live on her personal page. You know, she's planned this amazing trip with Richard for the weekend. She struggled to get the kayak trailer wired so they could get the tag on it and go off and kayak while they're there. Her sister's going with her. They had this amazing trip planned. She's had doctor's appointments after doctor's appointments this week. Things have not ended up, just super busy trying to get him ready, get everything ready. And somehow yesterday she lost her wallet, driver's license, credit cards. She could have done anything. But she's lost it all and she doesn't, so here she could just logically sit here and say, I'm done, we're not going. She didn't. She said, I don't care what happens, I am going forward. I am not going to be done. We have planned this trip and nothing is going to stop me. And I think that we get in this culture of I'm done. It's easier to say I'm done than fight the battle. It's easier to say, and I'm not talking about necessarily relationships with our veteran, I'm talking about as a whole. It is so much easier at times to say, I'm done. We do that. We do that a lot. We get frustrated. I want an I'm done moment. I was laughing. I was talking to Stephanie this morning, and I said, Stephanie, I'm just ready to go on tour with Loving My Veteran and embrace veterans and their families and love on them and pick them up and just love them and be where they're at. But on the side of the thing, the car, the vehicle, whatever we're taking, I want to have Loving My Veteran World Tour, and then I want to have Cher's Moonstruck, because there's people that I just want to go slap the shit out of and tell them to snap out of it. And she started laughing, and I said, well, look at the bright side. I mean, I can do that. And what's the worst case they're going to do? Oh, they're going to put me in jail. Well, beautiful. I'm going to have meals, right? I'm going to have meals. I'm going to have cable. I'm going to have internet. Somebody's going to cook and clean for me. And they're going to cover all my doctor expenses, and I don't have to worry about, is the power going to be on, or the doctor bill's going to be paid. It would be so much easier just to do that, but you don't. You pick up and you drive on. My kids used the word one day, and my son was having a rough time, and him and his, one of the girls, his fiance at the time, had broken up, and God obviously had a much better plan for him down the road. But I came home to a big banner on the side of our house, and all these people there, and it says FIDO, FIDO. And FIDO stands for F it and drive on. And I think that's such a cool concept that we have to get to. Instead of saying, I'm done, we have to get to, this didn't happen, but we're going to dig deep and we're going to drive on. We're going to not be part of the I'm done culture. Yeah, Melissa, it's like taking that road of least resistance. We're going to stop that. We have to dig deep and move on. And we have to stop saying, I'm done. It is so much easier for me, and we all do it. It's so much easier for me when I get into a car to say, I'm done. You just need to go. I'm going to live my life by myself as a hermit, and I'm going to be just fine. When the reality is, in that moment, I may have felt that way, but in the big world and the big picture of it, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. The big picture is, I want him to be here. I need him to be here. I'm not done with him. I may be done with the situation. So we're living in this culture. We live in this. What are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? You guys have no idea, some of you may, that when we started Loving My Veteran, there have been so many times that I just get overwhelmed and I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Who's it helping? Is it being any better? I'm done with this. And then I take a deep step back and I said, no, I'm not done with this. I'm done with this particular situation. I'm done with, and the thing is that I'm not even done with the situation. I'm done with letting the situation self-absorb me. And that's a big difference. We're usually done with our own reactions. We're usually done with where we're going from each step in our reaction. So we can be the done and do what Nakia, obviously could have done, which would have been canceled everything. Or we sit here and we say, nothing is going to stop us from reaching our next goal. Nothing is going to stop us. We live in this world, and we're all part of it. We're all part of this same world. We fight this every single day. Our veterans sign up, they join the military, they get out, and now we fight for every single benefit that they get. We fight for even their existence into the military when you can find it. The world's opened back up except for the federal government and state government levels. You need a DD-214, you can't call somebody and find it. They're done. And so it gets so easy to say, I'm done with this. I'm done with this situation. You know what? So what if he's not getting his medicine? So what if he's not getting therapy? Where do you think he fits into this? I'm done. I'm done fighting. You've already spent however many years of your enlistment fighting for something, and now you're going to fight some more just to get what you truly deserve? It is easy to lay down and say, I'm done. It's easy. And we've lived in such a culture that we give people the easy way out. The easy way out. I'm sorry, children are violent because of the Smurfs. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, children don't know how to identify with their gender because of Mr. Potato Head. And they're missing the bigger picture. Okay, Mr. Potato Head was a potato that had a mouth and eyes and could walk, and we're worried about what sex the potato wants to identify. You ought to be way more concerned that a potato wants to identify as a human. But we get so used to it, we let it go on in our lives, in our culture, that we just roll over with it. And we have to stop that. We all have to stop the I'm done. Yes, you can be done with a situation. You can sit here and say, I'm done with doing this. And that's great. And things that are negative, you need to be done with. I'm done arguing with you every day. We're going to find a better way to talk. You're not done communicating. You're done in that negative sense. You need to move on and move forward in a positive sense. But we stop looking at the big picture. We stop looking at this big picture. We all fight for what we need. And it shouldn't be this fight, but it is, and it's the reality that we all face. We all face it. There's not one of you, I can assure you, that is listening to this, that has not said, I'm done. If you have, please post now, because I want to meet anybody who says not said, I am done. We've all said it. And so we step aside and we're like, well, if this was just better, we'd be okay. This is a great idea, but who's willing to step up and fight the battle? Who's willing to be the one to say, I'm ready to move forward? Who's ready to be the one to say, I'm not done? And sometimes being done doesn't mean being in the same situation and moving forward. You can be done with where things are and step apart, not out, apart, and regroup and go forward. That has to happen. It's called evolution, and we all do it. We all go through these things. It's a cycle. It happens. And you should. Because who wants to wake up 27 years down the road? Who wants to wake up 27, 28, 29 years down the road and say, what the hell? I've done the same thing for this long, and I've said I'm done, and now I'm miserable. You don't want to be in that situation. But this is what's happening to us as a culture. This is what's happening to our veterans every single day. They are treated in so many instances like they don't matter. This is what we go through every single day. We know they need therapy. We know they need to go get an antibiotic if they've got an infection. We know that they need something simple. And what happens? We fight for that care. We know they need blood work. I'm going to pick a Melissa at this point. We know they need blood work. And we fight and fight and fight to get the blood work. And then their response is, well, that's great. You can have the blood work, but drive to the urgent care 4 hours away. And you almost wonder, do you say this because you want us to say, you know what, screw it, I'm done? Things that we become passionate about, you need to be undone with. You need to do. You need to dig your feet in and say, this is where we're going. I am passionate about my relationship with Carl. I may not always act like it with him, but I am passionate about that. I am very passionate about that. I am no longer done with that relationship with him. I am done with situations that come up, arguments we may have, things that we do. I am done with that part. It doesn't mean I'm done with that relationship. So we have to take all this in and change the way our culture works. I love you too, Stephen. And change the way our culture works, that our mindset functions as part of this stuff. We were talking about all of us out here, and we're going to step out of the veteran side. Anybody who's ever worked a job in their life has paid into Social Security, right? So you pay into it. That's what you're going to get. That's where it is. So you pay into it, then you get to the point that you absolutely have to have it, and then they want to sit here and say, well, let's see, it's going to take you 12 months or 14 months or 2 years or 3 years. And you know what's going to happen along those ways? You can't work. You're on the disability thing. You're struggling to make ends meet. And I think they almost want you to say, you know what? I can't wait any longer. I'm going to lose everything. I'm done. So let me just go back to work and die in the process because my doctor says it's dangerous, or whoever's doctor says it doesn't work or you can't do it. But go back to work because you're done waiting. And that has become the culture we live in, the I'm done culture. So, time to put our big girl pants on, dig our heels in, and say, I am not done. This is what I want from my life. And this is how I have to get here. And I'm going to get here. No matter what it takes, this is how I'm going to get here. Dig in, dig deep. Does it mean that you still have to live in a relationship where you don't feel respected? No. Dig in, dig deep, and say, I'm going to get this. And if I don't, I'm not going to wake up 27 years later and think that I'm still in this. Something's going to change. Stephanie, I can't even go there. You can be pantless today. It's in your right. Boy. Stop being done. You know, I found it interesting. We put the project on about the recording the names, and all these people are like, great, and like LinkedIn, my LinkedIn account's blown up. This is a great project. I'm so proud of of all the LinkedIn account that were like, this is a great project. We're behind this, whatever. I might have gotten 10% who said, this is a great project. How can I help you? Because it is so easy to sit back and want to watch and not be part of the game. Because being part of the game makes it difficult. Being part of the game makes it tough. So there are there are times now that you don't want to do it because it can be the tough road. You don't want to tell people how we honestly feel. When you have a discussion with somebody, it's hard to get open and honest. Usually, when I tell Carl I'm done, it's because I don't want to face the issue I have to face. Right? Because he's, in his words, he's calling me out on it. Not that he's calling me out to point out my flaws, although I look at it that way a lot, and I see it that way a lot, and that's my own baggage I have to deal with. But when I say I'm done, it's because he calls me out on something that I need to address, that we may need to address. When he calls me out on it, it's something that I have put away that I need to handle mentally most of the time. And my response is, I'm done. I don't want to hear it. I'm done. Because it makes you face the reality. And that's where our culture has become. We're not a woke culture. We're not a cancel culture. We're not any of that. We're an I'm done culture. We get riled up about things that we're passionate about, but we don't do anything about them. We just feel like there's so much going on. I'm just done with this. I'm done with this. Again, I go back to, I have little things that just set me off. And to allow this stuff to happen is because we've lived in a world where I'm done. There was a directive set out from the State Department. This will blow your mind. Will blow your mind. That at all of our embassies, from now to the end of June, they are flying the flag for the the rainbow flag. I mean, just because they keep adding. That is to be flown under the American flag at all of our embassies overseas to show our support of inclusiveness. On the anniversary of George Floyd's death, they said, okay, now I want you all to have permission and you need to fly the Black Lives Matter flag. Again, inclusiveness. Again, I'm not opposed to that. The one flag that is prohibited to be flown at our embassies by the State Department is the POW-MIA flag. Just think about that. How many people did I just get uptight over that? How many veteran community people did I just get uptight by saying that comment? We just excluded veterans that are POW or MIA, and we're including a specific group. Who makes up that POW MIA group? All Americans. So what do we say? We don't argue with that. We let it go on. It doesn't affect us. We just let it go on. That is where we're becoming in the I'm done culture. That is where we get when we live in the I'm done culture. When we live in that in our homes and we say, I'm done, I don't want to deal with this. First of all, it was important to us or we wouldn't have said it to begin with, okay? So it was important to us or we wouldn't have brought it up to begin with. But when we get in this culture of I'm done, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to go on with this anymore. It's just easier to do this. I don't want to address this. This has become a struggle. You're opening my wounds over and over again, and we're not getting anywhere, and I'm done with walking in a circle. That absolutely is a statement that you can make. I'm done going nowhere. I'm done, in the words of Stephanie, being on the hamster wheel. That is absolutely a necessary statement. How are you going to get off the hamster wheel? Where's your next path? When we say I'm done, all too often it doesn't mean we're done with the relationship. It means we're done with the situation. But look at what we're doing. I don't care if you want to fly whatever flag makes you happy. Y'all, I am a diehard Washington Redskin fan. Always have been, always will be. And they're the worst team in the NFL, right? I don't have a problem if I choose to fly the Redskin flag to fly the flag. That's on me. That's my belief. I love the Washington Redskins. Well, the Redskin football, whatever, politically correct. Nope, I'm sorry. I love the Washington, I'm not apologizing. I love the Washington Redskins. Okay, not the Washington, and if I want to fly their flag, I can, and that makes me inclusive into how I believe. But to exclude people and say we're not doing this, I laugh about the guy down the road that flies the Dallas Cowboy flag. I mean, that's like I do that, but it doesn't make me hate him. So get off of this. We roll over. The I'm done culture becomes more of a we roll over culture. We roll over culture. Right, Stephanie? I know. But Stafford played for the Lions at some point, Stephanie, and I have to love me some Matthew Stafford. Anyway, getting off my little horseback subject here. So where do we go from here? How do we change our mindset in the I'm done world? First of all, decide what you're done with. And be specific. Don't let it be the big stuff. Okay? What are you done with? Are you done with going round and round in the same hamster wheel? Great, you should be. What in that hamster wheel specifically are you done with? What can you change in that world? Find it. Write it down. Act on it. Because you can only control you. Right? You don't have to stay in a situation where they're not being receptive either. But when you are stuck in that I'm done wheel, where are you going? Call it the hamster wheel of I'm done. How do we sit back and say, that's why we decided yesterday to do the video thing for Loving My Veteran for Memorial Day. It's not for Loving My Veteran, it's for Memorial Day. We decided that because we saw so many Memorial Day parades being canceled, that we're like, oh, no, 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 no. These people died for us to give you the right to tell me this parade is canceled. Now, I think that's about the most, not ever. Again, I'm not getting into the politics, but these people died, okay, so that you have a right to cancel their own parade. I'm confused, but I'm done with that. I'm not buying into that. You want to cancel the parade up and down the street? That's fine, but you're not going to cancel the parade across social media. So I am passionate about that today. So, want to do it? Send me a message, send me a link, send me whatever. Your kids can record names, whatever. I have the master list of names or a list of names to start with. Let's do it. Invite your friends that are not veterans. Let's get out and do it. Let's not be done. They canceled the parade. How many people are sitting back going, well, I mean, I've read the articles, and not just in the military world. What do you mean they canceled the Veterans Parade that's gone on forever and ever and ever, and the Memorial Day Parade, and the bike ride's been 110 years, and now we're not going to have it? Okay, well, they say you're not going to have it, but what are you going to do? What are we going to do to honor them today? This is what we're going to do. Jump on the bandwagon, get on it. Let's get it all over everywhere. Now you may be done with them. You can't stop us. Being done doesn't mean that you're unstoppable. Being done means you're done with that situation. Get out of this culture. Get out of this mindset. Get out of this stuff. Learn that you have that right to be done with the situation, but don't buy into the I'm done culture. Be done with this situation. Be done with the relationship issue in that particular part of your relationship that isn't working. Be done with that. Don't be done, period. That's the difference. Get out of the culture. We are not living in a done culture. Okay? And Alicia, you're right. That bike ride may not be stopped. They will be adapting. But what are we doing about it? That's where I'm at. We sit back and we say, well, they're not going to stop that ride. They're going to still ride. What are we doing about it? We see that happen. What are we doing about it? Okay? We're going to do our way around it. We're going to say it doesn't matter. When you do this, we're going to honor them our own way. So it happens in everything. Well, you can't do this. Because this is what happened, y'all. The bike ride won't be stopped. They'll be adapting. The POW MIA flag has been replaced by 2 others. Who would have ever thought that would have happened? That's because people didn't stand up and say, have you lost your effing mind? Oh, we don't have to do anything about it. We'll still hang them up somewhere. We'll adapt. No. Fly that flag up that flagpole right underneath of the other ones and say, we're not tolerating that anymore. That's what I'm talking about, being done and getting on the right plan. Same thing all the way through in your marriage, in your relationships, in everything, at work. Change your mindset from I'm done as a blanket statement to I'm done to a specific thing. I'm done with this. Nothing is going to stop me from getting to my goal because Nakia is on her way to take Richard on his vacation and sit in the clamshell, no driver's license, no credit card, no wallet. She got a way around it, and she's found a way around it. She didn't let the world say to her, Nakia, your vacation is over, you're done. You can order them online, Alexa. But she didn't say it's over. She said, I'm doing it anyway. I may have to go about it a different way, but I'm doing it anyway. And that becomes where we go. That becomes our mindset. Get off of the hamster wheel that you are done on Get off of that hamster wheel that you're done on and move on. Get done with those things that are bad, but move on and don't settle for anything and stop living in the I'm done culture. Take control of your life. Stop being done. Stop being done. Take control of your life. You can be done with what's keeping you in that hamster wheel, but don't stop moving. That's how you fix the I'm done culture. And I know we all struggle with it. I do. I struggle with it every day. I am so easy to look at Carl and say, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Rather than face the real issues. And now I'm learning to face the real issues. And that will make things go way further. And that's what we all need. Stop being done. Live. Don't let people push you over. Don't let people roll you down. Stay focused on what your goal is. Don't take that path of least resistance. Climb to the top of that mountain. See things for what they really are. Do the thing. The best things in life are not always the easy things in life. So our woke culture, our cancel culture, our all this, they're the easy things in life. Let's stop being the easy route, because the hard route is very rewarding. Take some time, take some effort, but the hard road is very rewarding. All right, so now that I've been on my soapbox, let me just tell you the rest of the good things going on. Okay, please message me or the page. I have this very long list that we need to get recorded of names. But the names will come to you. There'll be a list. If your veteran or your family has somebody that has passed on and you would like to remember them, that are U.S. military, that have either in action, KIA, or have become one of the 22, they have to be service members. Please let us know so we can put that on that list. I will send you the list. There are so many names that have to be read. All you do is you just cut them in a video and read off the names on your list and send it back. If you want to do 2 or 3 and you want more than 20, 30 names, just say, hey, Stacey, I can do like 100, but break them down into smaller 20 or 30 at a time because they're all going to fall in together. Tell me how many you need, and we'll get them to you. Send them videos right back, and I'm going to start dumping them into editors. So that will be our Memorial Day tribute that is not just ours, Memorial Day tribute. It is going on all forms of social media, through our partners, through other people that we know. If you know people that will be happy to record, I called my mom and I said, hey, can you do me 20 names? She said, absolutely. So let me know, or just send them to me in a message so I can count them off. I need enough for 2 videos, or I need enough for 4 videos, and I'll send them to you. So that is a big project. I have to have the videos back by Saturday so we can put them together for a Monday release. They need to be back by Saturday. Like I said, we're talking about 20, 30 names. It's pretty quick to read off. Read them off, record them, and we're done. Simple. You can get your children to do them. Whoever you want that is willing to do it, please get those done. Don't forget, we have Let's Talk tonight, 7 p.m. We always have great conversation there, so get on that. And of course, Memorial Day weekend is coming up. And you know that's our time to reflect on those who have gone on before us. So, I'm Stacy. This has been Walking in My Shoes. We are loving my veteran. Y'all have a blessed day. If you've not gotten the newsletter, please make sure you go to the website and subscribe. It is out. There'll be another one out in the next week or so as well, now that we have that format straight. Again, y'all have a blessed day. I will talk to you later. Bye.